you guys would actually remember there was once a TV right there, right? So the TV over there, we actually had an issue where the LEDs were dying and then the picture just disappeared on the TV. That is why we've actually replaced this TV. And if you remember, the previous time that we were actually here was when we were attempted to make that TV smarter with the Skyworth Leap S1. So this time, we're not attempting to make that TV smart, we're getting a smart TV, which is the TCL 43-inch Android TV. This is the TCL 43-inch. It's a part of their S5200 range. So we're not going to talk too much. We'll get down to business. So this is the TLC 43-inch Full HD AI Smart Android TV. Right, so here we have our remote. Quite a nice, sleek, tiny remote.
One eternity later.
Tiny, minimalist, perfect for what we need this TV for, because the person that's using this TV majority of the time isn't very technically inclined. So you can see it's very minimal and it'll get the job done between the decoder and the soapies. But let's talk about the remote later. We're not interested in the manual. We have the feet. So it runs the Android operating system. It supposedly has a slim design. From its name, you can tell that it's HDR ready. It has micro dimming built into the display and comes with Adobe Audio, and most importantly of all, has the Google Assistant built in. So let's talk a little more in-depth features of the TV. And I think let's start with its display. So firstly, the resolution. It's full HD, so 1920 by 1080p resolution. It has a 720 nit brightness and a contrast ratio of 1200:1. It is running DMR at 16 Hz and its response time is about 8 milliseconds. Right. It runs 2K HDR10 decoding, and the dimensions of the TV is 18.7 centimeters by 96.7 centimeters by 62.7 centimeters. Operating system is running Google O, which means it's a certified Google Android TV. As a CPU, it's running a CA53 x 464-bit processor. Storage-wise, it has 8 gigs byte ECC memory. And in terms of ports, it has a RF input port. It has a composite, which is our old RCA, in a 3.5mm jack. It has 2 HDMI ports, one which can act as your HDMI ARC and the other is for servicing. It has SPDIF audio output, which is our digital audio output. It has a single LAN port, a single USB 2.0 port, and has Wi-Fi in a 2.4 GHz 802.11 BGN receiver. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the remote. So the remote, it's quite a minimalist remote. That is why I like it and don't like it at the same time. So I like it because it's a minimalist remote. It has a small form factor. It's thin and has just what you need on it, right? The main function buttons. Why I don't like it is because I also feel that there's too much of functions on it, right? So we got our power on, we got our mute, we got settings, we got our Google Assistant. Then we have a bookmark button, because I don't see the need for the bookmark button. We have our controls and our select. That's fine. We have a back, a home button. That's fine. Then we have program up, program down, volume up, volume down. That's fine. We have a input source button. We have a menu button. Then we have a like a pop-up recent button. Gives us all the apps that we opened, um, links to the TLC Game Center and Health Hub, and then input, settings, search, TLC Home, and edit option. Alright, so that's fine. Then we have a keyboard button, which I don't see the need for. Then we also have a TLC menu option button. Then for shortcut buttons, we have YouTube, which I love. We have a guard button. We have a media button. It is a bit of a shortcut. If you brought that down into the TLC, fine. But I understand them putting the TLC channel, branding their own stuff, marketing, what have you. Then we have Netflix Prime Video. I'm happy with that. But you can understand how it's minimal and it overdoes it at the same time. So this is a budget product. And I mean, that says a lot about its target market. So, I mean, it's not necessarily targeting the higher end of people that's going to buy OVO or OLED TVs or what have you. It's targeting the budget consumer or your mid-market consumer who wants to achieve a smart Android TV but doesn't want to spend a lot of money, right? And that says a lot about this product. So we managed to pick up this TV for about 4,000 Rand, 3,999 Rand on Takealot. And I mean, I've seen it retail from anywhere between 4,799 Rand up until like about 5,300 Rand. And it's all the same, although some of the TVs were marketed differently. It was the same model, and according to the TLC website, this specific model, the TLC S5200, is, according to the TLC website, a full HD TV. So I've seen a couple that was marketed as a 4K display, and I'm wondering now, according to the model number, how can you, market it? And this specific company that was marketing it actually had it on the higher end of the price range. And then, talking a bit about the benefits of actually purchasing this TV over others. I mean, the fact that it comes with Google, or the fact that it is Google certified and has the Google Assistant built in, because this is actually one of the two Android TVs in the market. So remember, when we talk about Android TVs, every TV is smart because it can install smart applications like YouTube, Netflix, what have you. Alright. The TLC TVs, as well as the Skyworth TV, which we reviewed a little while back, link up there in the YouTube cards, are the two good brands that are proper Android TVs because they are running the Google Android operating system for TV. All the other brands, they customize their operating system, so you don't necessarily have a direct connection to the Play Store. You have access to these brand application stores. But there are some TVs that actually integrate and give you access to the Play Store, but that's a whole other story. So on to my personal opinions of this TV and us using it for about a week now. So right out the box, the panel, we could tell that the panel is different. Obviously, we're running a UHD Skyworth TV for us, and now this is a full HD TV. There's about 4 times the difference, or 4 times difference in the amount of pixels between these two screens, right? Let alone the price, the screen size. So out the box, we had to actually dial in the settings because the screen looked absolutely flat. And what you're seeing now is actually the dialed in settings where the colors are standing out and it's looking a little more vibrant. So some people might just purchase the TV and say, oh, it's a horrible screen, it looks flat, you can't even make out what you're looking at. You just have to dial the settings in a little bit and you can get quite an amazing crisp image out of this TV. To conclude, this is a budget product, and for its price point, it works absolutely well and amazing. Right? out the box and even on startup, it tends to be a bit slow just from time to time. I'm not talking like power your PC on and then wait for your dial-up modem to go ding 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 ding. Not like that. Alright, it's just a bit of lag every now and again. What that means is this is not for power users, because at the end of the day it is a budget product. It's for just a bit of light use. Play your media, make your TV smart so you can watch video, what have you, as well as access the internet occasionally. For me, it works perfectly fine. After I've dialed in the screen settings, I'm happy with the product, because at the end of the day, this TV is being used by my granny. And she's not very technically inclined, but she knows how to access her decoder and watch her programs like that. But this just introduces her to the fact of using YouTube, watching techsceneza on YouTube, and the fact that the Google Assistant is built in means that she can just press the Google Assistant button and tell the TV what she would like to see, and then it will deliver her the results. Okay, so in that regard, I'm 100% happy with the TV, because it's not going to be put into strenuous use like how we do with our Skyward TV. And I'm absolutely happy with my purchase. So that has been my review of the TCL 43-inch S5200 model, a full HD Android TV. If you like this video, you can let me know, give me a like rating if you did. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and we'll be happy to help. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. My name is Prashant. I'll see you in the next video.